power circle mentality.
Okay, family, welcome. PCM episode 4, Power Circle Mentality Podcast. We got a very interesting topic again: why you should prioritize your health, why health is wealth, why you need to focus on your own health and well-being before trying to pour into others or trying to pursue something. You need to make sure you're right first. So we got my gym rat, my boy right here.
Sure.
So Meryl, break down why people need to go to the gym and why they need to prioritize their fitness before getting other things in order in their life.
Okay. In my perspective, people should go to the gym based off, it gives you discipline. So also, it improves your body. It improves your brain function, your thinking power. By you going to the gym every day, you become more disciplined. And I feel like those are key things into becoming like a successful man. Because if you are disciplined enough to take time out your day and go to the gym, and then you're being very like stable with it, and you just being like so being consistent, you'll be able to be like the highest successful man that you want to be. And people should go to the gym because you can network too. I did like a lot of networking there, and you should change your dietary with it. And by that, you should just change the way you eat. Start eating like organic foods. Start taking like the supplements your body need, so you'll be able to function at that high business meeting, or you're interacting with a high investor that can change your life. So.
So not to cut you off or anything, but you made a good point about like the gym affecting other areas of life. I think like when most people think about the gym, they just think about their physical fitness, right? They just think about getting the body they want and how it's helping them physically. But Meryl, can you go more in depth about like how the gym helps you mentally? Have you noticed anything? Like, have you had a clear conscience since you started working out? Have you had any mental benefits that you could talk about or anything like that?
Yeah, so one thing about me, like I go to the gym solo, like I go to the gym by myself, and like that's the time where I'm away from everybody. I'm not talking to nobody. I might have music in, I might not. It just depends on my vibe. But it's like once you're lifting those weights, and or you doing cardio, or you doing like supersets of just natural working out, like you're improving like your brain function, in my perspective, because and you just releasing like a lot of energy doing that too. And I feel like those are key to like staying longer in the game, because if you can just have that good mental healthness by working out, doing cardio, like that clears your mind. Like after you work out, you like, man, I feel good.
Right. The natural high.
Yeah,
So
Endorphins.
brain, right.
It's a science.
I feel like we're working out too, though. It's good for the mental as well as a mind game. You know what I mean? Because you may look at something and you're like, dang, that's about to be heavy as hell. I can't lift that.
Right.
And then you actually start doing it, like, oh, it's not that
It's not
bad.
right.
So,
Heavy as you
like,
thought it
Like
was.
proud of yourself in a way.
Exactly. So I feel like you have to also use that mental power to be able to tell yourself you can do something.
Right.
When in reality, most people
Right.
like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
So that's what I
Show you how to like break your own limits that you place on yourself in a way.
Exactly.
So, why do you guys think it's so hard for people to go to the gym consistently? Like, like New Year's coming around, everybody's like, all right, I'm about to go to the gym. I'm about to stick with the gym. And then a month or two rolls around and they drop out.
I feel like personally, you really just don't want the results. Like that's really it. Like let's say I want to go to the gym so I can get a six pack, but I'm not finding the time in my day to actually go work out, or I'm not really that motivated to go. Like I don't want it that bad, obviously. Like, I feel like with anything in life, if you want it that bad, you'll make sure that everything lined up in a way. Or if I gotta go before work in the morning, I gotta go late in the evening. Like it's always some time to do it. So it's like honestly, it's all excuses, but it's like at the same time, I guess it could be other things for people too. But I feel like ultimately they still all boil down to excuses. And I feel like we all probably can be guilty of that, because it's not, you're not going maybe every single day. Like you might have 1 or 2 days that you missed, but I feel like everybody does that, So I don't know. I feel like the reason's different for everybody, but it's just you don't really want it that bad, How bad do you want it?
That's a very valid point. In my personal opinion, I would say going to the gym is good because it's a good habit, right? It's a good discipline, and we are creatures of habit. We all have habits. Some habits we do unconsciously, but the gym is a good habit because it's a test of, like Vince was alluding to, of your mental capacity, right? Waking up early, going to the gym after work. I'm sure a lot of us don't want to do that. You know what I mean? A lot of these guys that go to the gym consistently, it becomes routine, but when they first start doing it, it's difficult for them. You have to break your body into it. So I think that once you get past that mental barrier, like Vincent was saying, I think it takes, what, 21 days?
21 days.
21 days, right, to start a new habit, and 21 days to break a new habit. So if you can go to the gym 21 days consistently, it's going to become just natural after that. It's just going to be like repetition. And then, it doesn't take that long to start seeing benefits. It really doesn't. I mean, you start going, you start feeling better immediately. And if you're like somebody like me who's super skinny, you're going to start seeing gains pretty fast. My biggest problem is I don't eat correctly. So I'm trying to get my boy Miro hooked up on a little meal plan. But yeah, I think that the gym is a great place to network. I think it's a great place to meet people. And I think it's something that everybody should do. And not necessarily going to the gym. I just think it's about being active, right? Like, everybody likes something different. There's people who like to jog. They like to do triathlon. Some people like to swim. Some people like to box, karate. I think the biggest thing is keeping your body active and moving, right? It's not necessarily like lifting weights and trying to get muscle. Like, that's what we're trying to do.
That's what I feel like. I see a lot of like old people in the gym, and that's
Absolutely.
what they do. Like, they on the treadmills, or they just holding some weights in their hand, and they literally doing like 20 laps around the gym with their headphones in. Like, they're just trying to stay in shape, but not necessarily like bulk up or anything like that. Because at that point in your life, you just probably trying to stretch out your time as much as you can. So yeah, it's not always about just changing your entire physical or your physique. You just want to stay in shape. Like, your body should naturally be doing. You should be using parts of your body every day, if that makes sense. Like, you shouldn't ever just have something that's a part of you, but you're not using it. Like, I work from home. Not me, but in general, somebody working from home, they might find an excuse to just literally sit down most of the day. Like, I'm only gonna get up to use the bathroom, eat, and shower. But since I work from home, I'm sitting down all day, when somebody else could look at that like, well, now that I'm sitting down so much more, I need to, supplement that with going on jogs or runs for like an hour, something like that. Like, you always want to make sure that you staying active, and that's like a part of your lifestyle, because it's your health, and your health is everything. Without your health, you won't be here. The people that maybe depend on you or look up to you, like, that'd be devastating to them, and you wouldn't want that ending for your life if all you had to do was just be a little bit more active.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's finding the time for it too as well, though. Like, if you have a busy schedule throughout the day, then that means you have to prioritize by getting up early.
Right.
Yep.
We all have 24 hours in a day. It just depends on how you utilize that time.
Exactly.
You got to be to work at 8 o'clock, and Planet Fitness is 24 hours.
Right.
You should be up at the gym about 4 o'clock.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You working out. I don't know how long you want to work out for, but it can be 2 hours, an hour. It doesn't matter. I mean, as long as you get up before it's time to go to work. Because after that, once you get off of work, 9 times out of 10, you probably got
You're
kids.
not gonna wanna get
Right.
tired already.
You gotta take care of the kids. Probably gotta cook a meal for the wife or
Wifey.
husband or entire family. It just depends on what you gotta do.
Yeah.
So I mean, me personally, and not only that, it's good for the mental. Me
Yep.
personally, getting
Yeah.
up early, going to the gym. I go to the gym at 6 in the morning. Take cold showers. Help me
Oh,
focus.
okay. You take cold showers.
Yeah,
We on to something. I like the cold
yeah,
showers. I do
focus.
those too. Let me ask you something though. So you waking up early to go to the gym. Have you seen any benefits? Because I've heard that waking up and going to the gym before work gives you benefits. I heard it
Yeah.
clears your mental. It helps you focus more at work.
Yep,
Hey, can you allude to any of that? You
Absolutely,
seen that?
absolutely. Focus. Mental is A1. I'm on point. I'm sharp. I know what I want to do. 'Cause most of the times, throughout our day, we like, I don't know if I want to do this first, do that. What should I do? What should I eat? Where should I go?
Mm-hmm.
But if you get up early, work out, take the cold showers, it's just like
You could
all right,
plan
this
it
is what I
out.
gotta do. You plan it out early, exactly. This
That's
is what I gotta
interesting.
do. This is time to do it. It's just what it is.
Right.
Exactly.
I like the cold showers. That's something that a lot of people don't talk about. And actually, there's benefits scientifically proven that cold showers help with depression and anxiety.
It is.
So, cold showers is definitely something you should look into. And I like it because to me it's like a mental test, right? You take it when you first wake up in the morning. and it's like it shocks your nervous system. It wakes you up.
Yeah.
You don't want to get in a cold shower as soon as you wake up, or even when you get off work. Like
Right.
you want to, you want to relax. You want to take a nice hot shower. You take that cold shower. It gets you pumped.
And it's just good for your muscles too.
It is,
you know,
recovery.
the cool temperature is basically increasing your recovery speed and your recovery time. So that's why a lot of athletes do like the ice baths too, because it's like the colder, I guess, your muscles are, you know, it aids in that healing process. Like anytime you sprain something, why do doctors tell you to put some ice on it? Like
Right.
it all connects.
And cold therapy is becoming much more prominent, like in sports health and stuff like that. Like you said, cold ice baths and stuff like that.
Yep.
So yeah, it's interesting to see though. It really is. Okay, so I'm gonna pivot a little bit. Now I want to talk about mental health because I think I'm not gonna say it's more important than physical health because your body and your mind go hand in hand. But why do you think like we neglect our mental health so much? Why do you think people neglect their mental health so much?
I feel like mental health is just one of those topics that I was never really aware of until around now in life, like later in life, because like, you know, my parents I've never really heard them speak about mental health ever. You know, now, like I said, you're hearing it everywhere, but yeah, I just feel like back then, nobody really, I'm not gonna say nobody, but you know, a lot of people or average people didn't really think about that or consider that, and it's like, I'm glad that the world seems like it's more self-aware of that now, and especially the younger generation, because if you can control, you know, the direction that your mental health is going in, I feel like you're almost unstoppable, because like if you can control everything up here, everything else shall line up. You know, like we place the biggest limits on ourselves, you know, and I'm not going to blame everything on ourselves for why your mental health may be, you know, low or bad or whatever you may call it, because you know, a lot of things happen in life, and it could be, you know, a tragedy, an accident, you know, death of a loved one. Like, it's a lot of different things that could lead to another person's mental health declining, or just your daily habits, like we were saying, working out, like, you know, things like that. Everything's programming, right? So I feel like if you're an adult, your mental health is a direct, like, how can I say it? A direct example of what you've been through from your childhood and forward. Right. Exactly. So, yeah.
And pivoting off of that, I feel like pretty much what you're going off of the childhood, pretty much our past trauma. Most of the problems that we're going through now is because of past trauma. Right. And a lot of people actually committed suicide because of those past traumas because they can't deal with those, you know, traumas.
Exactly.
A lot of traumas.
Trauma.
A lot of trauma.
Yeah, so I feel like now that a lot of people are actually committing suicide, mental health is
talked about more.
Topic more now.
Right.
And I think it goes to show you that money. I don't want to say money doesn't bring you happiness, but I don't know if it does. Because you look at people, for example, like Robin Williams, right? Somebody like that. I mean, he has everything he could ever wanted, materialistically speaking, and he still committed suicide. You know, because mentally whatever he was going through, he felt like it was too much for him. You know, you look at somebody like Kate Spade. That happened recently. She committed suicide.
Wow, I didn't
I
even
believe
know that.
she had a young daughter she left behind. And, you know, these people have everything materialistically.
Right.
You know, speaking, I mean, the cars, the clothes, the houses. It's just up here. You know, that's one thing. Money's not going to fix that. You know, money's not going to fix your body. You can get surgery and stuff, but, I mean, it's not going to give you the body you want. It's not going to fix your relationships, right, with your friends and your family. If you have a broken relationship with your father, you becoming a millionaire isn't going to change that. Right? So that's stuff that we have to deal with internally.
Exactly.
And I think, like, me personally speaking, I could say I've neglected my mental health for a long time just because it's like going after my goals and just, like, not putting myself first. And, you know, people will call you selfish for valuing yourself first, but I think that you should be the most important person in your life. Yeah. Because if you're not at 100%, I'm the type of person I care deeply about my friends, my family, the people I'm working with. If I'm not 100%, how can I pour into them? How can I help them? How can I be the man they need me to be? Right? If you're constantly pouring into everybody else, you don't have anything else to offer. Right. So I think that we have to take a step back and make sure, And sometimes you have to be a little selfish.
I was just about
You
to
know,
say.
sometimes you have to be a little selfish because you are the most important person in your life.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And I care about people more than I care about myself in a sense. But it's
Right.
like I know that to be there for them and to help them reach their full potential, I need to make sure I'm at my best.
And I feel like the lesson in that is everybody should put themselves 1st
Mm-hmm.
because it's like, even to what he just said, like, if he feels like he needs to be at this level all the time to take care of everybody else, that's almost another thing in your mental that's like weighing on you in a way because it's like another pressure added on that doesn't necessarily have to be there if, let's say, that he knows that all of these people are doing great in life and they can, make all of the moves that they want to on their own. Like, I feel like you almost have something lifted off of you in a way because it's like, if I see that all my family's doing great, everybody's successful in their careers, everybody's happy, like, I just be laser focused on all of my own goals and dreams at that point. But when you take all of these people into consideration and you want to help everybody, it's almost like you're taking care of them too. So it's like you got to go even harder, but that also may be hurtful to your mental depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, that's pretty much like when you're traveling on a plane. They always say, fasten your seatbelt first. Or if anything comes up, put on your oxygen mask first.
Right.
Put
That's
on
deep.
your safety
That's
vest
true.
first.
That's
deep.
Then take care of the
The
person next to you. 'Cause
right.
if, like Steven was saying, if you're not good, how can you
can't
take
help
care
them.
of someone else?
Absolutely.
That's deep.
Yeah, and I think that like the reason a lot of people have, the depression and anxiety today is because the stuff we're putting in our body. Right?
Yeah,
Like
that
you're
too.
like, listen, man, if you're smoking all day and you're listening to great music and you're drinking all day, you're gonna be depressed. Like it's not necessarily there's something wrong with you, it's just your habits aren't
Right.
aligned with the person you know you should be.
Nothing's going
Right.
upwards.
Yeah,
Nothing's
it's just like you're
positive.
staying stagnant. Of course you're gonna be depressed. And I'm not saying depression is a very real thing. I'm not saying that. But the only point I'm trying to make is sometimes I think I don't want to say we build it up to be more than what it is. I think sometimes we overcomplicate it. And I think sometimes it's a lot more simple. Changing
Gotcha.
the things we intake in our body, the things we watch on TV, the people we're around, the
Yeah.
environment we're in. If you're around a bunch of negative people, you're around a bunch of depressed, negative people, it's hard to keep that light, that you have.
And I feel like that's something that's hard though, cause like, like Vince was saying earlier, a lot of this stuff comes from your past.
Yeah,
So
true
like,
traumas.
imagine going through your childhood and let's say your parents aren't in a happy space or they're in like a more depressing or negative space. You definitely see that and grow with that, and that's in your mind, and it's almost like that could steer you in the same path even worse, or it may steer you in the opposite path because you want to figure out why is mommy always sad, why is daddy always sad. Like, I want to make sure that when I get older that I'm making the right moves in my life so that I'm not at that point for my kids.
I just want to. Oh, sorry. I just want to mention too, just to pivot back, just towards more of like the health side. Like, there's no point of trying to like gain any investments or trying to open up any businesses if you're not taking care of your health. And then I believe that starts with like the mental health too. Like, it just starts about first you just eating right. You have to eat like organic foods, eat foods that you would gain like true benefits of. Then you can start working towards working out and improving your cardio and things in that sort. Just still going?
Yeah.
So just improving your cardio, and then that will reflect on everything else.
So let me ask you something now. What are some of the foods people should cut out of their diet?
Yeah, like for me, and like you would feel totally better. Like, just leave the fast food alone. Even though I know it's convenient, it's cheap, it's all that. It might be good with that double cheeseburger. The cheese is good.
It do be good.
It do be good,
After
but
you
it
get off of work,
but it's really bad for you. And then you should think about it, like, if you really intaking this food and it's that cheap and it's that quick, like, you should know that it's really not good for your body.
Right.
ain't no way
know.
McDonald's got all these McRibs now. Like,
Yeah.
bro, y'all getting this much? No, ain't no way.
Because I'd be at Whole Foods and I would get like just a few items, like just stuff for the week, like chicken, rice. Like, that probably gonna add up to like $100.
Right.
But it's like, I don't care, because I'd rather spend this at the grocery store getting the real benefits of waiting till I get older than I'm spending heck of money on pills, like you know,
Prescriptions.
yeah, prescriptions for your body. So it's just better just to take care of your body right now and just take the vitamins like multivitamins, fish oil, vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, all that good stuff.
Supplements.
Yeah, that will help your body. Vince say today, I'm about to try, as soon as I get out leaving this podcast, that beet juice
That beat you, baby.
with the lemon at Whole Foods. So I'm like, man, I gotta go try it.
Absolutely, you got to.
So yeah,
I'm not gonna even lie. I mean, being the fact we're all guys, another thing that destroys the mental.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking
oh yeah, I
about.
know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, we all know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
it's
how
like
can we say-
performance.
Corn? Should I say corn?
Yeah.
Oh,
rhymes
I see
with
what
that.
you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, PMO.
Got you.
Yeah, well, that can destroy your mental health too because you watching that, and like that takes out a lot of energy out of you.
Man, we
So-
low-key need to make a video just
for
discussing
that.
Yeah,
because
we
that's
will
a
talk
very-
That's
about
a
this
great
more
video.
in depth in
Yeah.
another episode. But
Yeah, okay.
But in short, it's terrible for you.
Terrible for
It
you.
really
That
is terrible
kills
for you.
mental
And it's-
health.
We normalize it as a society, but it's something that is destroying men and women as well, and relationships. Yes, it's just something that everybody should stay away from. But yeah, that's a great topic. Vince. We definitely want to discuss that in another episode. I like that one a lot.
Well, all right, y'all. We're going to close this one out. As always, y'all can check us out on social medias.
Subscribe.
We got BC2 Pride on Instagram. That's me. We also have a Power Circle Mentality Instagram page. So make sure that you guys tap in with that as well. And, of course, I'll leave that link in the description. Or if you are listening,
Go subscribe on our YouTube channel. We appreciate it. Leave us good feedback. But overall, on this video, just eat right, take care of your body. Then you worry about investing, and all the other stuff will come.
Your body's an investment, so invest in yourself first.
body's
Bless
your
you.
temple.
Yeah.
Temple, right? Mine.
But follow me on Instagram, theonly.steve. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, you can always feel free to DM me. I love to discuss some things with you guys.
Follow me on Instagram at _Vince B. DM, leave a comment on our Instagram,
Yeah.
YouTube, like, follow, subscribe, share, all that good stuff.
Thanks for tuning in, family. Really appreciate you. And that's a wrap.
Yeah. And my Instagram name is Romel the Investor. So yeah, just let me know anything in regards to like stocks, crypto. Like a little one-on-one will be coming soon. Me and Steven thought about that. Like a one-on-one will be coming. Just any questions and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Future coaching, yeah. We got some stuff in the works.
Okay.
And follow our missing one person, Keon.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
my boy
Keon.
K, man. Shout out my
Follow
boy
him
K,
on
man.
Instagram at
Keon,
Keon 100K.
K.
Keon, follow him. He's a little bit diverse of everything, so I know you can ask him for.
Yeah, very intelligent guy, very sharp.
Yeah.
guy.
Very wise.
So, that's it,
All
man.
right.
We out here?
That's it.
All right. Peace out. Y'all take care.